Well, retail giant Best & Less is the latest to announce only fully vaccinated staff and customers will be permitted into their New South Wales stores when the state reopens following months of lockdown.
And they won't be alone, with the New South Wales government outlining a plan indicating all non-essential stores must follow these same rules once the state reaches that 70% fully vaccinated threshold. And joining us now is Paul Zara, the CEO of the Australian Retailers Association. Paul, morning to you. Help us understand how this works. Importantly as well, how it can be policed.
Well, look, the first up, the vaccination certificate's currently available via the Medicare, federal government Medicare app, so that's available to everybody today. What we're doing is we're working very closely with the New South Wales government to ensure that the technology is in place before we reopen, and that's where the Medicare app will talk to the COVID Safe app. So then you'll see this big green tick of approval to show that you've been double vaxxed. So this allows our shops to open earlier than planned. So we're looking at around the 11th of October currently, and that's a great outcome for both consumers and retailers.
There's been some concern about particularly the young people that work in retail that they're going to cop abuse because they have to police this.
Look, this is the reality. So we are concerned as well about the elevated level of customer aggression, but this is no different to what we've had to deal with through the entire pandemic when mandatory masks first came in place, then mandatory QR codes came in place, and of course there's been social distancing requirements and sanitising requirements. So we are, unfortunately, this is the new normal in a retail environment, and we're getting better at actually managing those situations. Now, in saying that, we obviously are looking to New South Wales government to provide us with greater support from a law enforcement perspective, because it will not be the responsibility of frontline staff to enforce the law, of course. So, we're hoping that we're all in this together, of course, that we can work together to get the best outcomes.
Unfortunately, it probably will fall to them, though, won't it? I mean, and a lot of those are juniors too. So what can be done, Paul, in terms of, the retailers actually training them up in ways to try and manage that and manage, any aggression you might get from shoppers?
Well, unfortunately, this has become a new skill set for retail frontline people, and we've been running customer aggression courses as a registered training organisation to upskill our frontline team, and that's been happening through the entire pandemic. It's been obviously very fruitful, but it is a skill that frontline staff will require purely because what's the new normal look like? We're not really sure, because unfortunately, even once we do reopen, operating through COVID times will mean that we're going to see higher levels of anxiety and as a result, unfortunately, some aggression. Yep,
we just have to remember that the workers there are just doing their job. All right, thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It'd be great to see shops open again too, that's for sure.